House Investments, Io Dosumu, the Big Bears.
Up Michael Porter Jr.
right.
For the game.
Danny Wolf, who had a very nice game the other night. Terrence Mann is in the starting lineup, as is the rookie Yegor Diomin, the excellent three-point shooter. Bulls have double bigs tonight with Smith, Vucevic, Okoro, White, and Buzelis. Jones coming off the bench. Missed shot by Claxton to start the night. Patrick Williams is out as well. And a foul called as Okoro drives to the cup. A right ankle sprain is going to keep.
Visit bulls.com/GYS to learn more.
Patrick Williams rocking the Sweetness jersey tonight as the Bears and Rams are squaring off in the opening quarter. Missed the last 3 games, so a little bit of a different rotation yet again for the injury-laden Bulls this season.
So they've got a lot more bodies than they've had during that 7-game losing streak. So
here's Gilman, knocked down 1 out of 4 the other night. He has been one of the best three-point shooters in the league over the course of the last month.
Well, this is going to be a different team without Michael Porter Jr. There's going to be some guys now who are going to get more shots and be part of this offense compared to when he's in there. Not saying that he's taking all the shots, but he's the main go-to guy.
White, kick, Buzelis. Late in the clock, gotta go, nothing working. Buzelis forces up a shot. It's a shot clock violation.
Special so far in his young career.
Especially somebody who's been so good going to the rim over the last few weeks. Here's Danny Wolf, Glencoe, Illinois native. Man. Good contest by Buzelis. Rebound Vucevic. 36 dunks for Modest this year. Of course, leads the team in that category. Smith and Phillips each have 14. White for 3. Good.
And he came down off a little pin down from Vooch with a dribble handoff. And that's what we want to see Kobe. Get him on the move as a shooter.
Wolf, no. Buzelis the rebound. Here is Buzelis going at him this time. He missed a shot, but I think Billy Donovan would appreciate more of those. Drives to the rim. Wolf a 3. Good.
Tell you what, Danny Wolf's going to be special.
Yep.
I loved him in Michigan, and I've seen him so far. Early in the season, we saw him early. Wasn't getting a lot of playing time. But now he's worked himself into the rotation. He's a big, big forward.
Good cut by Modest. Uses the left hand to score at the rim.
Well, that's why he's so good, because he can use either hand. And he had to make a decision there. If he uses the right, it's probably blocked by Wolf. But he finished with the left. Oh, come on now.
And White did not close out under control on Clowney, who fortunately for the Bulls misses the finger roll.
Yeah, you got to close out. That's one of the problems they've had when they lose these games, is they lose contact of the guys on the perimeter. You got to stay down, make him shoot over and extend the hand. Don't just give him a free run to the basket. Bartlett, Illinois. Bang, bang, bang. See, when you allow Kobe to be the scorer, the 2-guard, let him go shoot the ball, come off down screens. This is where he's really, really effective. I love him as the scoring guard.
Here's a drive by Dillman. Vucevic came over to the turf. Smith punched it out to Okoro, who takes Wolf in and got it blocked by the rookie.
He needed some guys to run with him right there, just in case that happened.
And now Wolf, behind the back, underneath the rim. And all Claxton can try to do is throw it off of Smith, who grabbed it. Claxton then came from the backside and punched it. Clowney found Wolf, who takes it in with the right hand and smoothly scores off the window. Wild sequence.
Well, if you're the Bulls, you cannot underestimate this team losing a couple of their main guys.
Yeah.
You know, they still have some really good quality players here.
Good cut by Buzelis. Good find by Okoro. Better block by Claxton.
I tell you, Claxton is one of the better rim protectors in the league. He doesn't have a lot of size to him, but he plays like he does.
Last year, he averaged 2.5 stocks per game, steals and blocks combined. That's a very good number if you're around 2.5. And this time, Wolf with a foul as he was trying to.
You know, most teams are trying to get these guys now. You got to have some rim protectors on your team, especially as wide open as the league is.
Smith, hop step inside. Jalen Smith is starting to see a lot more in the rotation. He's had 2 games this week of over 30 minutes on the floor. And again, going with the double big lineup to start the night tonight. They started the second half on Friday with that lineup. Clowney misses a 3. Nice play by Claxton to tip it to himself on the sideline and save it. Wolf, Claxton. Man, pass Buzelis, and he attacks his jazz.
See that the closeouts are not very good right now in the early going. You have to close out.
Easily feels like the double big lineup has helped with that and with rim protection, guys.
Well, I tell you what, those numbers are phenomenal with the up minutes that he got. Nice drive.
Nice play by Herder.
But I don't want to hear about him being tired at 25. Okay, I'm tired at 25. Man, ooh, we'd love to be 25 again. Adam, you're only 32, so you close.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah,
That's going to help my brain process this age much easier. Here's Clowney. He's free for a three. Air ball.
Just a little bit.
Clowney.
See, that's where he's at his best right there.
Buzel's driving.
Because he put
Baller with Cam Thomas. Here is Smith. The kick out for White. Looking for another three.
Bang, bang, bang. All the way from Carroll Stream.
Kobe White is 3 for 3 to start the night. 1,029 career three-pointers. Here's the drive by Clowney, blocked by Buzel. Clowney got it back, banging away, and he scores.
I'll tell you what, he's a strong kid.
Sure is.
He's a lot bigger when you see him up close.
He and Claxton have started to develop in much different roles this year. Here's Dosunmu off the bench. Kick out for Smith, and he hits.
Mr. Smith in the corner. Bulls right now playing under control on both ends.
The other night was great for Smith. He got hot late after he was off to a very cold start.
Give me that.
A steal by Jalen Smith, doing it at both ends of the floor.
This is why this kid has to be in the lineup, because he can get out. Well, one of the things about Jalen Smith, he struggled in the first half, couldn't hit a shot. And then all of a sudden, didn't let it distract him, just kept plugging away, and he had a big, big fourth quarter.
After the Bulls trailed by 20 in the early stages of the fourth on Friday, came all the way back to make it a game, took the lead late in fact. Gilman, another three.
See, he's playing off the ball. He's not handling the ball like we normally see him do.
Yeah.
So he's becoming more like a shooter now in this set with this group out here.
Extra pass to Smith. Needs help. Got it out to Herder. Can't get free from Claxton. Dosunmu late in the clock. Got to shoot. Hooks it up to beat the buzzer. It's short off the rim, and Claxton clears the rebound.
Well, you can see that he's on the scouting report. They are trying to jam up any driving lanes that Isle has. He killed them the other night, getting downhill.
Perhaps.
But who cares?
Here is Clowney. Had to go through his fingertips. Gilman from deep with 5 and a late in the clock foul against Chicago.
That's a push right there.
84% from outside. Here's Thomas, who still has not found a rhythm since coming back from the hamstring injury. And he seemingly has had some frustrated moments as he's playing on a one-year qualifying offer. He's hoping to be paid well at the end of this season. Vucevic with a nice one.
And Vuce is starting to go right back inside more and more as the games are going along, which that's what we want to see him do, because he's pretty much unguardable in there.
Bulls tie their largest lead. Nolan Traore had a strong night the other night, the rookie. Vucevic, another block.
Vuce got to get some blocks now.
He's been averaging multiple blocks over the last handful of games. Dosunmu to Herder. The drive, pass sharp to the cup, into Clowney, out to Okoro. Extra feed, Dosunmu for 3. Into the corner, Okoro saved it to Vucevic. Off to Herder, over the arm.
How about the hustle that time by the Bulls, keeping that ball second chance opportunity. Okoro tips it back to Vuce. Vuce gives a nice pass to a cutting Kevin Herder.
That Okoro save looked like the one he had against Utah late in the game to help win it to Vucevic after Jones flung it to him. Traore, his floater. Friendly bounce won't go his way. Vucevic clears to Jones. Jones trying to break down Thomas. Kicks to Dosunmu for a triple.
Bang, bang, bang. Give me the hot sauce.
A lot of it so far tonight.
So we got to continue to build on it now. One of the things that you did in the first quarter, they shot 70% from the field.
Assisted 14 of 16 baskets. Jones in the paint at 6'1", one of the smallest players in the league, doing it impressively in the paint all year.
Yeah, but he does so many things. So he manipulates the ball, gets away from the defender by using the other side of the rim for protection.
Really smart, high IQ player. There's a nice three from Tyrese Martin. Former two-way player who signed a standard deal with the Nets. Jones looking for another assist to Vucevic. Rebound inside, grab by Thomas out of the pack. Finds Traore from the corner. Good job by Vucevic, although it looked like Claxton had grabbed his.
Getting his teammates involved. He plays at his own pace.
Jalen Wilson battling for it. Its last touch by the Bulls stays here.
And he also
almost a steal and a half. Anything beyond one is usually solid. You get to about 1-3, 1-4, 1-5. You're getting into the really, really good numbers. Claxton misses that one in and out. Here comes Terry with Vucevic, Jones, Okoro, and Buzelis. Here's Jones trying to turn the corner, gets to the paint, and tries to sling it along the baseline to Buzelis. A turnover for Chicago. It's been a low turnover first.
And, Brooklyn's bench got after the Bulls in Brooklyn.
Thomas inside for Claxton. Working inside patiently. And he's able to score it. Take a timeout here with 10:17 to play.
Going big, but when you have these smaller lineups, these smaller guards have to play like they're big. They have to be in that same kind of rotation that the bigs are.
Defend on the back line?
Well, no, I mean, because there was only one in the game that time.
Right.
So, because, you know, Jalen Terry plays the role of Jalen Smith. And Jalen Smith can block those shots back there. The guards should be looking for steals. They should be looking for turnovers. When that ball was there, and do what the defense assignments call for.
Buzelis trying to put the moves on Claxton, who used his length to knock it free into the hands of Martin, who's going to drive to the cup through the hands of Traore, and Brooklyn gives it right back.
Advantage or an opportunity to do that, he should really look into that. That's one part of his game to take it to another level.
Vucevic unable to connect there. Wilson comes back for Brooklyn down 14. Traore with a head of steam and some speed, and he draws a Dalen Terry foul.
Text message from the Bulls for your chance to win a signed Josh Giddey City Edition jersey. Now remember, text City 25 to 65357 to sign up and enter for a chance to win. Again, are you listening? That's City 25.
Hey, what are you doing drifting off? Listen,
it's City 25 65357.
Hey, listen up.
I want to make sure Bulls Nation, listen, that's a nice jersey to get. Josh might be on the All-Star team, man. You might get his first All-Star.
Back soon. Here's Vucevic galloping inside for the Deuce.
Deuce is really, again, starting to play more in the post, inside out.
Well, you pointed something out defensively about him as well. He's been a little bit sharper in that category. That's a nice two-man game as Traore finds Claxton for the dunk. Vucevic has gone 4 straight games with multiple blocks. He's already got one tonight. Looking for a 3 here. Rebound to Wilson, and he got hit by Okoro, who was in the...
Also having Jalen Smith out there also puts a little extra in your giddy up too. See what he's doing.
Yeah. Thomas, little step back, the high arcing jumper for Cam Thomas goes down.
He is a professional scorer.
Averaging 18 a game. It's only his 18th game of the season. Here is Smith inside, patient, and he draws contact. Count the basket for the... So that was for grabbing the rim. White gets... That means anybody can take the technical foul shot. That's White. Smith misfires on it. Lead is 13 with 8 minutes to play. Bulls had that lead balloon as high. What did you say, Stacey? 19.
Kyle's doing a good job on Cam Thomas.
Yeah, he's really not been able to get free for anything easy. Buzelis went up there to try to block it, let it go. Wilson saw it circle every part of the iron. And rim out. Here's White. Driving on Martin. Slipped a little bit in the paint. Dosunmu, Herter, Smith, and Buzelis, the rest of the 5. Herter slings it. Buzelis takes it. 3.
3 beat and 3. Modest Buzelis.
He had 15 the other night. We had him at a 5th block late in that game, but they eventually went back and took one of those blocks away. So he ended up with a career high tying 4. Great defense by Dosunmu on Thomas. Well, trying to stick with him going to the rim, forces him into a tough jump shot. Buzelis trying to time it up, but he couldn't squeeze it. It ends up with Brooklyn for a second chance. Traore looking for Wilson. Wilson, who did a nice job of reaching to get it, and he hooked it in.
Well, he snuck baseline that time. He went back door and was able to catch that ball. You really saw him.
You're a big Jalen Wilson fan, obviously watching him in the Big 12 when he was at Kansas.
Yeah, he can play. He was a very good player at KU.
Buzelis again.
Mata said, I don't care what kind of player you are. Take this with you. Get it out the net. It's now these young players maybe got the minutes early in their career. Now they're getting opportunities to play.
Thomas, drive, kick. Wilson, 3, yes. Jalen Wilson, who was the Big 12 Player of the Year a couple of years ago.
What, the second round?
Second round in 2023.
You think about that. I mean, you a conference player of the year in a big-time conference.
Yeah.
You're on an All-American team consensus, and you go in the second round.
Good ball movement. Herter short, though. Wilson, there he is on cue with the rebound. Herter reached in, knocked it free, but didn't make. There's Wolf, Glencoe, Illinois native, with a left-hand scoop. Nicely done. I asked Danny, how many people you got here tonight? And he goes, a lot less than the last time we were here in December, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, there's people watching the Bears game.
That's right.
Yeah, we love you, Danny, but we're not watching you
not
tonight,
buddy. Brother. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Here is Herter off the back rim. There is Wolf with the rebound. 3 can make it a single-digit game. Here's Mann driving, kicking, Dioman. 19 years of age. Picked off by Buzelis. Couldn't squeeze. Mann, lob, Claxton.
That turned out to be a fast break opportunity.
Cut it back down to 10 after trailing by 19. There is Buzelis. Dosumu. He's going to hoist it up ahead.
Give me the hot sauce. Ayo Dosumu.
11 off the bench for Dosumu, who he and Kobe White have combined to go 6 of 7 from 3. Dioman hangs and throws it over the top of the rim.
The pass to Modest.
Here comes Buzelis, finds Jones, transition triple, left it short. And Jordy will use a timeout. Bulls, they're cheering for the Bears as they've taken a lead in the second quarter. They showed the scoreboard, and the fans, a lot of them wearing blue and orange, are making noise. Nice finish by Terrence Mann, using his frame at 6'6", 215 to make the play.
Yeah, he put his body in the boots there, wouldn't allow Boots to try to challenge that shot.
His second field goal for Mann. Very cool to see Tina here. She was very emotional, understandably so, as any mother would be. When Danny got drafted, there's a nice play following is Vucevic. We saw that draft. His brother was very emotional. His 6'10" brother, his 5'10" mom. And a foul on Vucevic and 1. Claxton puts it in.
As soon as he finds his rhythm, that career average will come into view, guys.
That's the hope. He nearly turns it over here. It is a kickball. Again, as we talked about the other night, that has been a problem for Kobe. And you could probably Heinrich for the second most threes all time as a Chicago Bull. Here's a Coro pocket pass. Buzelis.
That's about the third time we've seen the Bulls get the ball down below the free throw line. A pocket pass to a cutting player. The Bulls right now 25 assists on 29 field goals made.
That is a ridiculously high figure.
At one point they were at 70% shooting for the longest.
60% for the field, 86% assist rate right now for the Bulls. The best teams in the league are around 70, so an exceptionally efficient game so far. And Kobe White trying to pick up where he left off. He misfires. He's missed his last 3 after making his first 5. Here is Wilson. He answers with a 3. Wilson's got 7.
They started him in the second half.
No Porter Jr., no Powell. Different rotation for Jordy Fernandez and the youngest team in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets. Here's White kicking. Vucevic wide open for 3. Tipped by Wilson. He flags it down and starts the break. Gets White out of there, and Buzelis comes flying in. Nets are the youngest team in the NBA. There is Wilson flipping it up. Lowest average age in the league. Bulls are the 5th youngest, and then the Bulls will go from playing the youngest team in the league to the oldest team in the league on Tuesday in the Clippers.
Again, I mean, even though it could be a little bit misleading with the Bulls, because if you take Vooch off this lineup, this team is right there with the Nets as the youngest team in the league. Vuce is like that senior that brings up the grade point average of the basketball team.
Were you that senior? In fact, most of the roster is really under the age of 26.
Yes.
Here is Wilson.
And really, your main core group of guys are under the age of 25.
Yeah, Giddy is under the age of 25. White's 25. Zealous, the rebound, he's 21. Smith is 25. Some of the older guys are like Herter. Vucevic, no.
And Vuce is starting to kind of settle now. Those 3 points, not what got them the lead.
Here's White inside, off glass.
It's a simple game. Moves right now 38 points in the paint to 28 for the Nets.
Here's Thomas. Airballed it badly and out of bounds.
Oh, he is struggling.
That he took the qualifying offer for $6 million in September. So to keep his unrestricted free agency, there is Smith with a three. Jordi Fernandez calls. Part of it has been Kawhi has been healthy for pretty much the entirety of their run back into prominence, or at least into relevance. There's Martin with a nice step back three. And he missed the other night, did Kawhi, due to a knee issue. So we'll see if he ends up playing Tuesday. They're supposed to play tomorrow night as well. So the Bulls will get him on a back-to-back. Buzelis hits a three. And the lead right back up to 25. See James Harden assuming that he's healthy to go, as he has been all year. Smith the rebound. We'll see if Kawhi plays. Kawhi's always put up good numbers against the Bulls. White, step back three, no. So he's gone a little cold now. Thomas leaves it for Traore, who cans a three. Nolan Traore with the tray. White a little out of control, flings it cross court for Okoro. Across the paint against Thomas.
Oh, he just overpowered him that time. Okore's only taking 2 shots tonight.
Yeah. Martin off of Buzelis now. We're up in the southern suburbs of Paris.
I'll tell you what, France is going to be tough in the Olympics. Version returns with a bold new look. Jerseys in the full retail collection.
Imagine Traore will be part of the next wave national team players for France. Although the competition for those roster spots has gotten very heated over the last few years. As you know, what Stacey's talking about, you got to have depth to be good internationally, and now France is starting to develop some depth.
Well, the #1 name on there is Wemby.
Obviously, yep.
And then after that, you just got to step back. Oh, let me step back and kiss myself. That's amazing.
His 6th of the night, the season high.
This is one of his better shooting performances this season.
He's had so many of these barrages in his career. He's hit 7, 8, 9 threes in a game. There is Kobe. Feeling it. Got it to Okoro. And moving screen. That's
trying to play catch up. Just put a lot of pressure on him. Trying to get back to his old self. And those injuries, really slowed him down in the beginning.
He and Thomas, you pointed out, are kind of in similar circumstances, both facing unrestricted free agency and both dealing with injury.
Or in a contract year.
Claxton hits at the buzzer.
It puts a lot of pressure on you. I remember Jimmy Butler betting on himself, and it paid up big for him. And that's, he's gone on to do great things. That's a lot of pressure on a player to have to go out there and perform.
The Bulls are in a stretch here without a back-to-back for a while, so that maybe allows Kobe to get into that flow. Dosumu unable to get the floater to go. Past the halfway point of the third. Here's Dielman. Signed with Real Madrid when he was 15 years old, coming out of Russia. Man, into Smith, who was trying to tie him up. It's a foul on
really,
Jalen.
that should be an offensive foul.
The NBA celebrates Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s pursuit of racial, social, and economic justice. A fun sports day as well. To close out the night, the college football playoff national championship will be going on between Indiana and Miami tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody at the beginning of the year thought Indiana would be anywhere in the championship series. That's a foul man right there. It's 5-10 on the streets.
The week's try. Bulls might be younger than Indiana's football team. Here is Dosunmu.
Wow. The Hoosier fans right now they're on the line too. Right now they want to talk to you, Adam.
They know we only speak facts. Here is Mann. Little step back from Terrence Mann. Sharp the rebound. Jones knocked it away. And here come the Bulls. Here is Jones.
See how he used the rim? It looked like he was going to go to the right side, but he coiled his body to go to the left to avoid the defender to block that shot. Smart move by Tre Jones.
Well, we told you that Tre Jones has been dominant in the paint for his size. All 10 of his points are in the paint. 2 of Clowney's 4 points right there are in the paint. It's a 22-point ball game with 4 to play. In the third. Jones slipped. Vucevic to Herter, corner 3, no. Buzelis beats Wolf to the rebound, trying to shovel it for Vucevic. Wasn't really looking for it. Mann goes back, slings it out. Clowney will take it. That won't go. Rebound Herter. Timeout Billy Donovan. And the Bulls with Taves coming back with Winnipeg and Derrick Rose being honored on Saturday night. Bulls have the big lead to the 4th. Danny Wolf is in the corner. That's a 3 and it rims home for Danny Wolf.
Well, there's the 4th quarter now. It's time for the Bulls to finish now. Put this team away.
We've talked about the condensed schedule and the sprint to the All-Star break for most of the teams in the NBA. It'd be nice to have a 4th quarter where you have a lead large enough to where you can sit your starters with about 6 or 7 minutes left instead of down to 2 or 1 minute. There's Vucevic again.
Mouse in the house, free cheese.
17 and 11 along with 6 assists tonight.
He just backed Wolf down there and got where he wanted to go.
Baseline, Wolf lost it.
He's going to be a good player. I like Danny Wolf.
Agreed. Buzelis offline. Rebound man. Nets will go back home to take on the Phoenix Suns later this week. Bulls will be home Tuesday against the Clippers. And 3 tough matchups coming up. At Minnesota and then home against Boston and the Lakers.
Yeah, Minnesota's a different team at home.
Yep. Vucevic able to connect. A tough 3-point shooting night for Vucevic. Everything else has been very good. That's a deep Danny Wolf 3. Rebound Buzelis.
Well, somebody's got to take those shots with Michael Porter Jr. out.
There's Jones on the attack. Kick out for Dosunmu. He's got space and a 3.
Well, I tell you, Iowa has really improved his 3-point shooting from when he first came in. He's 4 of 6 tonight in 27 minutes. 16 points, 4 assists, a rebound, and doing a great job defensively on whoever he's guarding. They'll call a foul, Rio.
His stack of reads, and I've never seen the Ninja Joe Group panic the way I just did right now. He felt like he was wronging the broadcast when he was doing his very best. Nobody would have noticed, but we just wanted to let you know that's how much Joe Group cares about his job, being a perfectionist.
Well,
he thought he was letting us down, which he was not at all.
We weren't even thinking about it.
Here is Dosunmu in the corner. Long rebound. Kobe waited for it, slung it to Buzelis. That one's knocked out of bounds by Traore.
Joe's been our long-time stage man. You know, like he wouldn't hurt a flea. But Joe Grube is a 4th-degree black belt. Joe, let me tell you, man, Joe is so good at his job, man. Anytime someone wants to come up and talk while we're on the air, Joe jumps up. He's working right now. Leave him alone. I'm like, hey, Joe, way to go.
Dosunmu the defense. Numbers for the Bulls. White takes it in, and he had it stripped by Cloudy.
That's got to be a layup. That's got to be a score.
That was a 4-on-1.
4-on-1 break, and that break again, that break was so tight.
It's almost like Kobe is trying to will himself back into rhythm right now.
He's been in rhythm in the first half, just taking shots that are available.
Nice offensive rebound by Smith. Dosunmu, a big night for three.
He is shooting lights out. Here he is again. He's 5 of 8 from the three-point line.
How about the Bulls? 17 of 37 and 11 of 17 combined between White and Dosunmu tonight. And there's Clowney with a contested three over Buzelis.
Buzelis got lucky that he didn't get a
Should have been a
technical.
Foul. Yeah, it could have been a flagrant because Buzelis was in his space. Yeah, it should have been at least looked at. I think even the officials are like, it's a blowout game, and I know y'all want to get home to watch the Bears. There is Buzelis. That was a great pass from Dosunmu. We're right behind that angle.
As a guard. I mean, he's a jack of all trades.
Some incredible numbers in January so far. Ooh, whoa, Thomas bent back.
Oh, no.
As did getting to that point.
Ooh.
Up 26. Oh, boy, you got to think about getting some guys out. Okoro is on the deck.
He ran into the shoulder, come out ready to play and get off to a good start in the first quarter. That was huge.
Smith, short. Good to see Okoro still out there after he took that tough screen from Day'Ron Sharpe.
Okoro's a tough kid.
He is, man.
He plays like a football. He has a football player's mentality. There's another screen right there.
Okoro guarding Thomas. It's man to Traore. Jones puts it hand up. Traore lost it. He turned it over to Chicago. Okoro on the push. Leaves it for Smith. Open for three. He rebound Okoro behind the three-point line. Rebound to Clowney.
There's a couple of chances there.
Good contest by Herder. Nice shot by Traore.
Traore is a nice little player.
White sets it up. Okoro drives it, gets through, and whistle and a foul.
The Lakers are kind of up and down again this year, too.
LeBron in and out of the lineup this season. What? Bulls will get their first look at Luka and LeBron and the Lakers next week. It'll be the first time
coming up.
Yeah, I was going to say some good opponents coming in. It'll be the first time that the Lakers are in this building since the Josh Giddey half-court winner last year. Traore, Sharpe, man, yes on the three.
Well, you can tell Brooklyn is kind of taking the page out of what Detroit and Orlando have done, build their team through the draft, and just live with these kids getting the experience. Youngest team in the league.
Herder hits a three.
There's one. I need that, Kev. But that's what sometimes you have to do. You got to live with these young kids' mistakes. You know, let them grow, let them develop. You saw what Detroit did. One year they lost 25, 26 in a row. The next year a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. And this year they've been the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. Turnover. Bulls got numbers 4 and 2. They should get away at.
White, Jones, White, three.
C to 3, B to 3. Bang, bang, bang.
He's hit 7 of them tonight. And Kobe White finding the old rhythm and continuing to climb the Bulls charts. 1,033. There's an Okoro foul.
Well, and Kobe's got good looks tonight. I mean, he's just... Aloha! Eats in January Spotlight Business presented by BMO. Some people eat there, they said they highly recommend it before we even got him in the spotlight.
Yeah. Joakim Noah was there when the all reuniting for a bit.
Dirk Nowitzki was out there.
Dirk and Steve Nash both out there. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki, the Germany native, got a wonderful reception in Berlin. Jones, nice pass off to Okoro.
Nice dime right there by Jones.
Might be a double-double for him tonight as well. He's got 10 points and his 10th assist of the night. Wolf kick out. Traore a three. That's good. Nice smooth shot from the youngster. Traore came in shooting just 27% from three. And
He's got a nice stroke.
4 of 5 tonight. Time and opportunity. Any one of the players in the NBA will surprise you, given the chance. White, nice feed. Out to Okoro for three. Over the top of Smith, that's because he was grabbed by Clowney for a foul.
Established to be in the G League. You know, they were All-Americans in college. You know, they've got to play.
Okoro muscles it in. Yeah, I'm still wondering why the Bulls have their good chunk of their starters in the lineup right now.
Well, it's under 4 minutes. You've got some guys that have been injured already this year, so you have to be very cognizant of that if you're Billy. You know, anybody go down in a game like this and you can clearly blow this team out into that.
4 on the block, 2 on the clock. Wolf a 3. Rebound Smith. I think we're getting to that point again. That's 3 double-doubles for the Bulls now. Smith, 12 points, 10 rebounds tonight. Vucevic and Jones all with double-doubles. Jones to White for 3 to tie the season high. Long rebound to Okoro. 3 minutes left. Jones inside and kind of got into no man's land and got bailed out with a Brooklyn foul. You got Herder, Dosunmu, Okoro, Smith, and Terry, the 5 out there. Nice play by Okoro. Last 3 games, so from going from maybe not wanting to play him as many minutes as he told us earlier in the week. You pointed out, hey, he's young, man. Let him get some time. He's played 30 more minutes tonight.
Well, and here's the situation. I mean, if you're Jalen Smith, I was like, when is Adam coming back?
I was out in Germany. I was.
All right, man, you got to come back, man. Hey, I'm missing my boy. You got to come back, man. I was like, when is this season over? That's why I'm so glad you didn't have to do the playoffs. I know the football fans want you to do it, but for my own selfish reasons, no. I want you back here with me.
I got you, brother.
But you do such an excellent.
Call it the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group.
Yeah, the Bob Lacurcio.
So Bob,
yeah.
That's our producer doing right by you right there with the extra drop in.
Bob, we gave you an extra one.
Because it's a 23-point game. He's saying nice things about me, so I know it's a blowout.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's uncalled for. That's a low blow.
Man, I'm very thankful for you.
I mean everything I say about you.
I appreciate the hell out of you and our wonderful crew.
We have a fun crew. We have a fun crew. You know, Mark Brady got a chance to go on a trip here. He wants to say that the reason why the Bulls have success on the road is because of him. So we just kind of go along with it.
Carter a 3.
And then we just hear Russ, our director, because he doesn't like. He's a hater. He likes to throw shade. He's like, wait a minute, they lost to Houston last trip. Wow. Hater in the
It's
house.
like the facts do not back up Brady's story.
Yeah.
That's what Russ is saying right now.
Wow.
People that work between the floor and the truck and throughout the arena and.
Just in, baby. So good to be back.
And the more of you get to see us this year. Got Ulbrich, Carter, Phillips, Terry, and Herder out there for the Bulls. Nets, so keep kind of the normal guys out there. A lot of guys need more minutes as Carter hits. So you got Wilson and Traore and Martin getting a lot more minutes than they did the other night when they had Porter in there. Mann and Wolf are out there.
Yeah, you got to get these kids for their attitude is the more minutes the better. Even if it's a blowout game. There is no, people, this is garbage time. There's no garbage time. This is real basketball out here. These guys are playing. What a nice home.
That was slick by Wolf.
I'll tell you what. Wolf, he's going to be a good player for him. That whole rookie class that they were in, people were wondering why they drafted all these guys. You see why. I mean, these guys can play.
Really high-quality rookie class this year. Martin into Ulbrich.
Think about this. They've got some picks coming along, too, from those trades that, Mikal Bridges.
They got a handful of first-round picks from that deal.
So they could get really good very quickly.
I do think this is kind of a model, and it's not a new model. As Martin hits a 3, it's doing the right things. It's drafting the right people. First off, having the capital to do so, and then drafting well. And, from the looks of it, guys like Dielman and Wolf will be an important part of what Brooklyn is trying to build in the coming 2 years. These are quality players. Nice pass. Ulbrich to Herder.
The Bulls walk away with this one, a convincing win, and they definitely need it. This is, I don't care if they play the Brooklyn Nets. Sometimes they play down to the level